We have a breaking story developing at this hour in Blaine. Late this afternoon, a small plane made an emergency landing on Highway 65. KARE 11's Brad Woodard is at the scene, and he joins us now with the latest. Brad?
Paul, it was a remarkable feat of flying. At around 3 o'clock this afternoon, 2 employees from the Minnesota Aeronautics Office were on their way back to St. Paul from a meeting in Bemidji when the engine in their plane quit and they were forced to land in the southbound lane of Highway 65. The plane came to a rest at the intersection of 129th Avenue. The pilot and his passenger started smelling fuel about 15 miles out. Their fuel pressure started to drop and they were planning to make an emergency landing in Anoka County. Then their engine quit, and fortunately there was a break in traffic. Apparently we have some audio trouble there with the tape, but what happened, they landed about a block to the north of here. One of the traffic lights had just turned green, but the aircraft was obviously moving faster than traffic, so they managed to touch down in front of the traffic, had enough power to keep rolling until they reached the frontage road and pulled off here. Basically, they said it was a routine landing. These planes have the ability to glide even though the engine isn't running, and they had enough power to get them here to the intersection. No injuries, and again, just a remarkable feat of flying. Back to you, Paul and Pat.
You imagine if you're sitting in one of those automobiles and the plane comes right over your head?
Yeah, in fact, there was a school bus out here, and some of the children got the big thrill for the day as they saw the plane land. They're going to stop traffic here after rush hour and probably tow the aircraft down Highway 65 into the Anoka County Airport.
You know, Brad, looking at the shot from the studio with those power lines behind you, that's amazing that plane's wing was able to maneuver that.
Yeah, and actually they had to fly under the wires, and remarkably the pilot and his passenger are both somewhat nonchalant about this, saying it really was, with the exception of the surprise about the landing location, it was more or less a routine landing.
Wow.
Thank you, Brad.